as we look at the new matchup on paper. 6-time world champ, 5-time Roxy Pro Gold Coast champ Stephanie Gilmore takes the lineup with Nikki Van Dijk representing the state of Victoria in a place called Phillip Island, way down there where Potts sort of resides these days. A lot of great waves. Oh, sorry about that. There's a lot of fun waves down there, and if you see Potts, you're probably in the right place. 26 on the clock already, drifting off this heat as we'll look at the late takeoff from Gilmore. A snap to start. Deep bottom turn, layback jam. She'll throw that one away. But as you can tell, you're already seeing a pretty solid number next to Gilmore's name, and it's 7-5, and we'll bring that to you in a moment. Van Dijk out the back with priority, waiting for her first score, and here comes a 7-5 Potts.
Yeah, you know, Joe, the conditions as we talked about, just, you know, absolutely perfect. This is what Snapper Rocks is all about. You know, any bigger than this, and I think it would be missing the bank. You can see Steph, she's got that local knowledge. She's got that ability to pick the right wave. You know, the surfing just follows. Once you're on a wave like this, you're pretty much guaranteed on your way to a good score. You know, that's the difference between winning and losing at the moment for these guys and girls, is being on that right wave.
This is Nikki Van Dijk. See her fade that little cutback, and she'll step off as well. So Gilmore, commanding start, and she's up again. Carved a snap off the top. Flying down the line on her home break. Jams it high off the lip, and now a big float as she's playing catch up with that section. Gilmore with total control, and even since she's a local out here at this lineup, this is still a treat for her. When she surfs out here, she gets any wave she really wants, but it's extremely crowded. She's got to be loving these conditions on her home break today. She's been well barreled on this very bank to prepare for this moment. Now watching Nikki out front. She'll climb the first section. High line wrap, real graceful with a lot of control. Nice power hook off the top. Late climb, but she stomps it. Now she's out in front. High line wrap, and Van Dijk's got plenty of wave to work with now. Just picking her finish down the beach. It's a big float, and she'll step off. So Van Dijk started with a 2.27. Her goal there was to break the combination that she required. Definitely her best wave so far, Potts.
Yeah, by far her best wave. You know, I like the rhythm of that wave. I like the way she approached it. You know, that to me, the wave is the hero here at Snapper Rocks. You know, if you find yourself on a good one, all you've got to do really is surf it, and you're gonna get a pretty good score. You know, to me, all of these competitors are so close in ability-wise. It comes down to being on that right wave, and this is what Nikki's done here. She's chosen an absolute gem. I like the way she takes her time with it, make sure that she has clean turns. But this right here, that's confidence right there. That says to me she's in tune with her game. She's you know, confident with her surfboard, her equipment's under her feet, and to be able to go for a late foam climb like that, that just says to me that she's you know, in tune with her game and got a lot of confidence going right now.
You see, it didn't change her rhythm at all through those tricky sections, and Van Dijk will get a 6.17 for the effort. So keeping it just under what Gilmore's done so far.
I think it's just her, in the way she approaches it. I mean, she combines that grace with speed and power, you know. And I think now you look at her surfing, she's got a lot more aggression involved. You can see how she's on that. She's got that attack mode happening. Instead of just flowing with the wave and just fitting turns in, she's attacking the wave right there. You can see that two-turn combo, and then those foam climbs. She looked a little shaky last year with those finishing maneuvers. This year, she looks like she's just got that confidence going. Obviously, a lot of training in the off-season, getting herself back into peak physical condition right there. That is that attack mode that I'm talking about. Just that confidence, you know. And when an athlete like Steph Gilmore's got confidence, anything is possible.
Every turn she does just makes sense. It just fits beautifully down the line here at Snapper Rocks as we look at her history on her home break at the Roxy Pro Gold Coast. Last year, she was runner-up to Carissa Moore. That was her first final. She didn't win out here when she's made it that far. This is Van Dijk. Couple turns to get out of there. She's chasing a big number, a 9.26 to take the lead. With 13.40 on the clock, Potts, you thinking 2 new waves for Nikki, or is she going to go for broke?
Yeah, I'm thinking 2 new waves. You know, a couple of 8s is kind of what she needs right now. Steph with a 15.43 2-wave total. Here she goes again.
Van Dijk looking for something major, driving hard for that fin blow off the roof. Something she's been nailing a lot in the last couple of months. That one's going to keep her behind. And she mentioned she wanted to bring it into Jersey.
Yeah, have a look at this bottom turn here. Times it absolutely perfect. See that right hand grabs the rail. That just gives her that extra stability. Obviously with the offshore wind, Joe, we saw with that last heat with Kanoa Garashi and Stu Kennedy, John, that the offshore wind tends to blow your board away from your feet. So you'll see when John does his airs in offshore winds, he'll punt towards the beach to keep that board stuck to his feet. With these back-to-back events here in Australia, it is so important to get that good momentum going, that good, a couple of good results. Quarterfinals are better, and you're in a good position.
This is Stephanie Gilmore. Front side wrap, super solid. It's got the little coping to coil off the top. Now she's going to wrap it. 3 solid moves. This wave's starting to lose a little bit of speed, but she might hang in there for a double up. It will give her that bonus inside track. Another speed jam off the top to finish. Gilmore always with a great read on her local lineup, and Van Dijk's on the next wave. We'll catch up to her in her final turn. Now 8:15 remaining.
Yeah, I love the crowd appreciating this good surfing here from these young ladies. You know, I can't say enough about how confident Steph Gilmore looks. You know, there's moments through her career where it almost looks like she's got that self-doubt, you know, and she makes those little tiny mistakes. She'll fall off a little bit here and there, but then she has those moments where she just looks unstoppable, and I think this is one of those moments. Nikki Van Dijk right behind Steph there. This is better from Nikki. She's cranking it up a bit. You can see a lot more power, a lot more energy involved in this wave right here, and it's one of those waves that just seems to hug the bank properly. Back to back to back maneuvers there from Nikki Van Dijk. That is definitely her best wave. Steph looking to improve on a 7.50, opens up with trademark stuff, and right there, that's the confidence I'm talking about. She's not scared to go for those big turns midway through the wave. Normally she'll hold back, she'll produce a couple of nice swooping maneuvers and then finish off strong. The new Steph Gilmore, she's starting off strong and finishing strong as well.
Solid finishing move for Stephanie Gilmore through that double up as she's trying to improve on a 7.5. Nikki Van Dijk was looking for a 9.26 to take the lead if Gilmore doesn't improve. Scores drift in for Nikki Van Dijk. It's the best wave of the matchup, a 9.07. Almost got the lead. She's still second, but now needs a 6.36. Lasta Gilmore didn't factor into her top 2, and now we're approaching the 5-minute warning.
And so do we, by the way. I want to see Steph absolutely light it up, but this is live action.
Now seeing Nikki Van Dijk get started. Remember, she needs a 6.36. Highline wrap. Nice, beautiful open face. Dreamy conditions for Nikki to set that rail, and she ends up getting out of there. That was her opportunity to try to take the lead, and now she's looking at 2.55 to turn it. Van Dijk without priority, just needs a 6.36. Looking at the numbers, it is so close right now. Nikki's looking interested, so that forces Gilmore to use priority here. Steph just getting through a messy section, now sets up her first turn. Beautiful carve. Big section to grab the rail and throw the fins out. She ends up going down. And that gives Van Dijk 50 seconds with priority to try to turn the seat.
Is she out of position? Is she going to get this one, Joe? Having a look at it.
15 seconds on the clock. It's coming down to this wave for the Victorian. Nikki Van Dijk snaps it off the lip to start. Beautiful forehand hook. 2 solid turns. Another fading cutback in the pocket as she tries to upset Stephanie Gilmore on her home court. Still fading through this inside track. It will start to grow on the inside, and she could be good for one more move. It's a frontside float, and Nikki stays on her feet. She needs a 6.36 to move into the quarterfinals to take on Tyler Wright. Will Gilmore suffer an upset on her home break? Potts, what do you think?
My first initial gut feeling is just under. I don't think she did enough.
And Van Dijk made it so interesting when she got a 9.07 and gave herself a fighting chance. Let's take another look at the wave.
All right, this is the 6.17. The judges want to do a comparison, which they will do. Just to, this is an important score that's just about to come through right now. It's a nice opening turn there. Beautiful sweeping cutback. So nice transition between the maneuvers. Again, another beautiful sweeping cutback. And a third one. So a little bit repetitive through the mid part of the wave. Now it starts to slow up a bit. Now she's got to try and find that inside section. Now she hits the gas, races down the line, and nice critical floater there, but is it going to be enough? It's basically on the merit of that outside turn, the transition maneuvers through the inside, and then the finish. So, well, you know, I think Steph's going to, I mean, she's smiling right now, but I think deep down she knows she kind of left that door open a little bit there for Nikki Van Dijk. Scores, Joe.
Scores are now coming in for Nikki Van Dijk. It's a 5.5, and Gilmore survives a very close battle and will move on to the quarterfinals to take on Tyler Wright as the Roxy Pro continues. We see how close those totals are on paper. 15.43 to Van Dijk's 15.24.